I've always found the phrase bigger is better quite hilarious, but MG has taken it literally when they've designed the grille for the 2023 Hector. Now, quite honestly, the 2023 Hector is very same when you look at the dimensions, the engine, the powertrain. So you must be wondering what's new for 2023. That is exactly what I'm here to tell you. Welcome to BBC Top Gear Magazine India. This is Yash Sunil. Let us begin and see what this has to offer. So like I mentioned, for 2023, the ergonomics and the dimensions are very much similar to the previous generation. But what has changed at the front is this diamond mesh grille that actually looks very dominating but very attractive for the MG Hector because of the size of the car. Other than that, there have been changes to the front bumper where the housing of the headlights have been tweaked, the DRLs remain the same, and the overall silhouette of the side remains the same as well. Again, a unique point is the alloy wheels, the 18-inch alloy wheels have been redesigned but very marginally. More importantly, the side profile again, like I said, remains the same. I like the fact that you have a nice Morris Garage chrome element on the side which actually divides the vehicle and doesn't make it look as large as it is. Now when you move to the rear, the first thing that catches your eye is the large Hector badging, which yes, might be attractive to some, but maybe you know what, I like it really well. Secondly, the ADAS is now standard in the Hector, which actually is displayed via the ADAS badging. You also have the rear tail lights which have the same design as before but now have a blade inspired running DRL that goes through the width of the rear tailgate. So overall, the rear end design is actually very similar, just like the side. You have nice plastic cladding all around the vehicle which does hide the girth of the vehicle. And yes, it is quite a massive SUV and deserves that stance that it has. That is all about the exterior of the MG Hector. Now let's move inside where the changes are significant. So the changes on the outside might not be significant, and yes, they might be very less, but on the inside things are a lot different for the Hector. Starting with the overall interior, the build quality and the fit and finish are fantastic. You have soft touch leather and plush leather everywhere that you see. Also, you don't see a lot of piano black. Instead, what you see is this nice finish that is actually plastic but mimics aluminium. Good job, MG. Now talking about this large infotainment screen, yes, it is massive and houses all of your controls for the vehicle, including your AC controls and other features such as, you can adjust the volume using this touch panel here. But I prefer rudimental dials because I'm old school, and more importantly, the AC controls should not be a two-step process. They should be a simple knob to turn, which can be quite a downside because it actually makes you look out of the road into the screen to see what you're doing. But if you ask me, the feel of the screen is decent. It has a good amount of feedback, and because it's large, you are never going to miss your turns when you have navigation on. Also, this is the largest screen that I've seen for Apple CarPlay. Now that is a very good job, MG. If you look at the overall interior, like I said, the fit and finish is extremely nice and the quality is good as well. Another plus point for the Hector has always been the space that the MG Hector has, because it is extremely spacious, not only for the front but also for the rear passengers. Now I have one downside with the interior, and that is the color of this interior. It actually makes the cabin look very airy, but in our Indian road conditions, this is quite a hassle to keep clean and to keep it in white. You always need to carry a cloth and you always need to have something to wipe it down after your journeys because they will get dirty extremely quickly. Oh, by the way, the beep that you heard is the all-new ADAS system that comes in the MG Hector. And yes, this finally comes with ADAS. That is something that everybody is appreciating, and that is something I like as well, because I was driving on the highway a while ago and I had the cruise control set at 100, and quite honestly, I did not have to do a single thing. The car did everything for me. It maintained the lanes, it was keeping a distance from the vehicle in the front. When the vehicle was slowing down, it was slowing down. When the vehicle was speeding up, it was speeding up. So yes, that is actually doing quite a good job. Also, that is not the new technology that's there in the Hector. You have new things such as when you actually turn the steering wheel, the car will auto indicate. Now we Indians are not used to really indicating when you're making lane changes, or sometimes even when we're making our turns. But what this does is, this will actually indicate for you, which is quite a benefit, but can be a downside as well when you're on the ghats, because even the slightest turn makes you turn the indicators and people behind will think that you're actually changing lanes. Well, you're not. Now powering the MG Hector is the same 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine that was found in the previous Hector as well. It is also mated to this 7-speed CVT gearbox, and it feels quite refined. The power is very decent, and for the car of this size, it manages to keep its highway speeds without any hassle. You don't have to keep pressing the accelerator for when you want more power. But when you want to make those overtakes, the gearbox actually kicks down pretty decently and you're actually able to make those overtakes. Only thing is, because this is a CVT, it has that slight rubber band effect, so you do hear the engine on the inside unless you're listening to music. That is not a big problem. Now the one thing MG is known for is their soft suspension, and it's the same case in the MG Hector. It is quite a benefit when you're in a city like Mumbai where the road conditions are extremely bad, but when you're out on the highways, the car tends to jiggle about slightly after a certain speed, and if you do get a place where the road is slightly bouncy, the car actually bounces around quite a lot, which is okay, but it is not very comfortable if you're not an experienced driver, because it will make you panic and realize, oh, what is happening? But that is not a big hassle, because if you're driving on this highways, obviously it is, but not quite a big hassle that you should be shying away from this car. So when you want to come to a halt, the Hector actually has a good braking system. It actually brakes on the dime, and looking at the size of the vehicle, you wouldn't expect it to slow down that rapidly, which is quite impressive. And when you have those emergency moments when you need to really come to a halt, you can actually trust these brakes to do a good job. Now with this new ADAS system, the new interiors, the screen, the large screen by the way, and the overall acceleration, braking and suspension, if you ask me, the MG Hector is quite a good proposition, because not only is it quite comfortable, it actually has the features to keep you happy, and more importantly, it has the space that anybody would require from an SUV of this size. So if you ask me, there's a lot of things that are new to the 2023 Hector, and they're all actually useful and interesting features that you or your family or your loved ones would really enjoy. With prices starting at 14.73 lakhs going all the way to 21.73 lakhs, let me also remind you that this comes in a 7-seater avatar. So when you look at its competition, which ranges all the way from the Harrier till the Safari and even the XUV 700, those have elements that edge forward compared to the Hector, but as an overall package, the Hector actually makes a lot of sense. If you are in the market for a mid-size or a full-size SUV, the MG Hector should certainly be in your consideration list. Let us know in the comments down below, what do you think about the 2023 MG Hector. Until then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to BBC Top Gear Magazine India. This is your Sunil. Enjoy the view.